We begin the news at 5:30 with the latest on the coronavirus, the disease now blamed for killing more than 2,800 people, and more than 8,300 people are sick in nearly 60 countries. Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, and Nigeria are among the countries announcing their first cases today. So with much of the world grappling with this coronavirus outbreak, a lot of people are doing what they can to avoid catching it, obviously. Japan has 4 times more cases of the virus than here in the U.S.
And take a look at these pictures from Mike Suzuki. He's a Japanese local and contract worker for the U.S. government in Japan. He says it's like a ghost town in Tokyo where he lives. The streets and the shopping malls are empty. There are just a few items left on the shelves. And just yesterday, it announced that schools in Japan would be closed until April to contain the spread. Makia Turner spoke with Suzuki, who is trying to keep his family safe.
This is Mike Suzuki and his beautiful family. He tells me earlier this week he was on a train and it was practically empty, calling it highly unusual. Mike and his wife have a second grader and a senior in high school. Their oldest daughter is an adult. While schools in Tokyo will be closing starting next week, he says that they're not taking any chances. He did not send his kids to school today.
To be honest, we're kind of scared.
Mike Suzuki lives in Tokyo, Japan. He describes how cautious people are being as the coronavirus spreads across the globe.
You could see there's about 95% of people that I see around are wearing masks. Compared to 2 weeks ago, they're like 50-50 or even less.
Suzuki and his wife are following CDC guidelines on prevention to keep the virus away from their family. They all wear masks outside of their home. Suzuki reminding the kids to do this.
To be careful and with with what they hold and what they touch, and they should be like, they have their alcohol with them, a kit of alcohol and mask and all that. So every time they get in touch with anything, with any substance or anything, like when you're holding onto the on an elevator or escalator or anything, make sure to wash their hands off and not to hold their eyes.
The CDC says Japan is experiencing a community transmission, meaning the virus can spread from one person to another. On Thursday, Japan's government announced a temporary closure of schools until early April, affecting millions of students nationwide.
Yes, April would be maybe enough, but we still don't know that.
Suzuki compared the effects of that 9.0 magnitude earthquake they saw back in March of 2011 to the panic some people feel today. This was a photo taken during that time period. He says that people were cleaning everything off the shelves after that disaster. Today, he says stores are having trouble keeping stock of toilet paper, and that's because Suzuki says it's often used as a filter for those face masks so they can easily be reused. Makia Turner, WUSA9.